In the beginning of the drama, we see the female lead, Seo Ahari. She had come to a restaurant. She clicks a photo of the food and posts it on social media. As soon as she does this, a crowd gathers at that restaurant, making the restaurant famous. Then Seo Ahari says, I can change everything with one word because I am a powerful influencer. There was a time when I didn't even know this world. This is a world where you can earn any amount of money with fame. She says of other celebrities, they do nothing. They just roam around all day, eat good food, and click their pictures to upload on social media. This is their only lifestyle. And one day when I woke up, I found out that I had also become like them. I can earn millions from one product. Also, my own brand has been established. Sometimes I even forget how much I earn in a day. Through a live stream, she is telling people what the cheat code to become popular is. From here, her actual journey begins. Seo Ahari is a sales girl who goes door to door selling beauty products. Here, she also has a friend who works with her. She tells her a fight is going on between two very big influencers on social media. One of them is named Wang Rolia, and the other's name is Minnie Wong, and they are both busy exposing each other. Seo Ahari doesn't even know who these two are. On the other side, we see Minnie Wong, who used to be a social blogger and finally became a very big social media star. Then we see Seo Ahari, who had come to the house of a lady, Si Hyeon, to sell beauty products. But Si Hyeon was not at home, so she starts showing her products to her maids and servants. All the servants also start looking at her products with great interest. Seo Ahari was just staring at the house, how big and magnificent it was. Just then, they hear Si Hyeon arriving, and all the servants get scared. They tell Seo Ahari, pack all your things and leave from here. Before Si Hyeon arrived, they had cleaned everything up. But in a hurry, Seo Ahari couldn't get out of there, so she hid in a closet. After Si Hyeon leaves the room, the maid takes Seo Ahari out. Seo Ahari leaves and goes home. There we see her mom, who used to manage a clothing store, where clothes of big people came for washing and dry cleaning. And her mom also used to wear those clothes and roam around because she was also very fond of wearing expensive clothes. Going to her room, Seo Ahari installs Instagram. Then she thinks, I don't have so much spare time. So she goes to sleep without creating an account. The next day, Seo Ahari has come with her friend to buy a gift for her boss's wife. Right there, a popular influencer, Min Haye, has come for shopping. Min Haye was angry at Minnie Wong here. She says, we used to be friends before, but she ruined my reputation. She spread false rumors about me on social media. Just then, Min Haye sees Seo Ahari there. She immediately goes to her and says, are you Seo Ahari? There we find out that these two were classmates. But Seo Ahari couldn't even recognize Min Haye. That's because after becoming famous, Min Haye had gotten plastic surgery. Seo Ahari didn't even know that she was a social media influencer because she didn't even use Instagram. Min Haye asks her, what do? You used to be very famous in school. Are you managing your dad's company now? Seo Ahari was about to tell her the truth. I sell products door to door. But her friend says, she doesn't need to do anything. She is so rich anyway. She just roams, eats and drinks, and enjoys her life. Min Haye asks for Seo Ahari's social media account. So her friend says, you can follow me on Instagram, DM me, and I will convey your message to Seo Ahari. Hearing this, Seo Ahari thinks to herself, I should follow you? Who even are you? In the next scene, we see Min Haye at her house. Here, whatever she was doing, she would click a photo of everything and post it on Instagram. Here, her husband was doing all the work. Min Haye was still thinking about Seo Ahari. She says to her husband, do you remember Seo Ahari? She was in my class. Her husband says, yes, that one, right? The one who was the most famous in school. That's why you were all so jealous of her. Min Haye says, I'm thinking of taking her to the party with me. After this, she messages Seo Ahari's friend and invites Seo Ahari to the party. Seo Ahari's friend tells her about this, but she didn't want to go to the party because she didn't even have good clothes. Seo Ahari comes to her room and thinks about her school days. When she was about to throw away her bag, Min Haye tells her, give this to me. And today, she saw Min Haye shopping so expensively at the mall. In the present, she thinks, the girl who used to use my cast-off things, how did she become so rich? Thinking this, she created her Instagram account. There, she checks Min Haye's social media account, then looks at the accounts of other social media influencers. The next day, Seo Ahari's mom brings her to her shop. Mom gives her a branded dress to wear. Seo Ahari says, I will not go wearing someone else's dress. So mom says, it's just for one day. After this, I will dry clean it and keep it. No one will even know. Then we see the party scene where big influencers and celebrities have come. They all had arrived in their big cars. Right there, we see Seo Ahari, who had just gotten out of a taxi. Just then, a guy named Jun Kyung comes and touches her from behind. When Seo Ahari turns around, he says, sorry, I thought you were someone else. To this, she says angrily, I know you boys very well. She clicks a photo of him and says, I will file a complaint with the police. That guy says, I got confused because of this dress, because I have seen this dress worn by someone else. As soon as she gets inside, Seo Ari meets Min Hye. Min Hye introduces Seo Ari to all her friends. Min Hye tells her friends that Seo Ari was very famous in her school. Hearing her false praises, Seo Ari stood there confused. Just then, Si Yeon arrives there and looks at Seo Ari very intently. Actually, the dress Seo Ari was wearing belonged to Si Yeon. She recognizes her dress. At the gate, we see Minnie Wong, whom no one was letting inside. Everyone was questioning Seo Ari, where did you get this dress? But she had no answer, so she was thinking, I should make an excuse and leave. Just then, Minnie Wong arrives and slaps Min Hye hard. Actually, Min Hye had gotten Minnie Wong's name removed from the party list, which is why no one was letting her in. Minnie Wong tells her, you were nothing. You had 3,000 followers. You used me to increase your followers. You used to hang out with me and then your followers grew. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have reached here. Here, Seo Ari learns a lesson, thinking, the cheat code to become popular is to become a parasite. Find someone who is already popular. Hang out with them, roam around, upload photos, then your followers will automatically start increasing. After this, we see Seo Ari live streaming. Everyone was watching this video, and seeing this video, everyone gets scared. Si Yeon starts saying, Seo Ari was dead, wasn't she? Who is this then? Where did she come from? In the video, Seo Ari starts speaking, you all thought I was dead, right? Just then, a famous person named BB Famous enters her live stream. Seo Ari says, this account, BB Famous, this person took my life, and right now this person is very scared because I am now alive. In the next scene, it was being narrated, whatever we do, wherever we roam, whatever we wear, we take a selfie of everything. This is the world where we have to prove our worth. Seo Ari was live streaming and telling all this. In this world, all this is done for power, money, and attention. And nowadays, everyone wants to become like this. Most of them pretend to be like this. In the video, she says, I will tell people the way to become like this so that people don't have to pretend. Many influencers were watching this video of Seo Ari. They were talking among themselves, she is dead. How can she be live streaming? The scene shifts back to the same party where Min Hye and Minnie Wong were fighting. Then Seo Ari calms down their fight and says, if you do this, it will only be your loss. Hearing this, Minnie Wong slaps Seo Ari and throws red wine on her, which completely ruined Seo Ari's dress. Seo Ari got very tense because this dress belonged to someone else. Minnie Wong starts telling her, this dress is very expensive. Is it even yours or did you steal it from somewhere? After this, she starts insulting her a lot. Seo Ari also gets angry at her words and slaps her too, and throws juice on her dress. And she says to her, how dare you insult me? And as for this dress, yes, it's not mine, but what kind of person are you? You make yourself feel good by insulting others. By doing all this, you are exposing yourself. And as for me, no one even knows me. Whatever you did here has only harmed you. Saying all this, she leaves the party. Minnie Wong sees that everyone was staring at her. After coming home, Seo Ari's mom scolds her a lot because she had ruined such an expensive dress. She gets very upset and says, now how will I clean this dress? When Seo Ari checks its price on the internet, she finds out that the dress is for 12 million. Then we see Min Hye. After so much happening at the party, her reputation was getting quite bad. On the other hand, Min Hye's influencer friends are now ignoring her. They feel that if they talk to Min Hye, their own reputations will be ruined. Then we see Seo Ari, who is very worried about the dress. Just then, her friend tells her, your followers on Instagram are increasing. Then we see Jun Kyung, who has been searching for Seo Ari since seeing her at the party. On the other hand, the CEO of a big company, Ju, had called Seo Ari for a meeting. He says to Seo Ari, your Instagram followers are growing very fast. That's why I want you to work for me. When Seo Ari was going home from there, she sees Si-yeon in her mom's store. She understands the dress I had ruined belongs to her. Seo Ari apologizes to her and gives her her ATM card and says, whatever money is in this, you can withdraw it all and I will pay the rest of the money in 3 months. So Si-yeon says, you are misunderstanding me. I don't want compensation for this dress. And anyway, I was about to throw this dress away. Saying this, she leaves. Min Hye had invited all her friends to a party, but none of them were ready to go. But Si-yeon says, I will go. At this, everyone gets angry with her and asks, why do you want to go to her party after all? After all the drama that happened at the party regarding Min Hye, we shouldn't talk to her. Si-yeon says, if you don't go to her party, people will think you are the bad one. People will think that you are not a loyal friend. You left your friend because of one incident. Now, hearing all this, everyone gets ready to go to Min-hae's party. Then we see Min-hae, who was very worried, because after yesterday's incident, her followers had suddenly decreased. Then she goes to meet Seo Ahri. So Seo Ahri tells her the whole truth. We are not rich like before. Our family business failed for some reason. Now I work selling cosmetics, door to door. Hearing all this, Min-hae gets an idea and takes Seo Ahri to her party. In a short while, everyone comes to the party. Min-hae was showing her party on a live stream. She was including everyone who came here in the live stream. When Seo Ahri tries to leave, she takes her into her live stream as well and starts saying, "This is Seo Ahri. She used to be my best friend in school, and I have kept this party for her so that I can help her." Here, she was deliberately trying to make herself look good. She takes out all the things from Seo Ahri's bag and tells that she sells cosmetics. And she tells her followers, buy these cosmetics so that Seo Ahri can be helped. Now, seeing all this, all of Min-hae's friends start laughing at Seo Ahri and insult her. Getting angry at this, she starts to leave from there. Min-hae stops her. So Seo Ahri says, "You called me here so that you could use me to improve your image." To this, Min-hae says, "What are you so proud of? You're not even rich like before. You have no idea how much I charge for a promotion, and I promoted your cosmetics for free. You should be thanking me." Seo Ahri says, "There's no need to exaggerate these things. The truth is that you used me." Then she leaves from there. While leaving, she was thinking, this is a world where people use others for their own benefit. Then we see Seo Ahri's same live stream where she was saying online and offline are both the same. In both places, people use others for their own benefit. A follower is something that gives you power, and with that power, you can earn any amount of money. Then we see Min-hae, who is buying followers with money. In the present, Seo Ahri gets a call. As soon as she reaches the police station, she sees Jun-kyung there. Jun-kyung says to her, "I thought you might have filed a complaint against me, but when I came here, I found out that you haven't filed a complaint against me. I tried a lot to find you, but I couldn't find your address from anywhere, so I came to the police station. I thought I would meet you on this pretext." But Seo Ahri gets angry hearing his words and says, "You are showing off in front of the police officers. What do you want from me after all?" Then she says to the police officers, "I want you to file the harassment case against him." Saying this, she leaves from there. Then she opens her Instagram and sees that Min-hae's post, on which she had promoted her cosmetics, was getting a lot of likes. The next morning, when Seo Ahri reaches her company, she finds out that the sales of her cosmetics have also increased significantly, which made her boss very happy too. Just then, she sees that many messages were coming in her DMs. All those messages were for brand promotions. Then we see Si-yeon, who used to run a foundation. She was going to hold a charity event through the foundation, but she finds out that there is a shortage of people for the charity event. Regarding this, she comes to meet a lady, and that lady is Jun-kyung's mom. Si-yeon tells her, "There is a shortage of participants for our charity event, so I need your help." That lady is pleased with Si-yeon because if she wanted, she could have sent her assistant for this work, but she came to them herself. That's why she agrees to help her. Then we see Seo Ahri, who had come to that same CEO Ju's company to meet him. That company promotes celebrities, and Min-hae also works under this company. Here she shows CEO Ju the same message she was getting as a brand promotion offer. He says, "This is just a small offer. You won't be able to earn much from it." Seo Ahri asks, "If I work with you, how much will I get?" Hearing this, he takes Seo Ahri to a salon where hair and makeup of big celebrities were done. Here, Seo Ahri is made to get ready. CEO Ju tells, "If your followers go into the thousands, you don't need to pay for anything. After that, whether it's your hair treatment or whatever, you start getting everything for free. This is a time when people will beg you to use their product. People just want to get their promotion done so that the sales of their products can increase. If a celebrity uses their product, the value of that product increases." He tells about Min-hae. Min-hae has created her own brand, and through it, she earns $5 billion in a year. Hearing this, Seo Ahri is shocked. After learning all this, she becomes ready to take their offer. CEO Ju had also called Min-hae to his office. Seeing Seo Ahri, Min-hae says, "What is she doing here?" Ju tells her, "Make Seo Ahri your best friend. It will benefit you. Whatever reputation you lost because of Minnie Wong will improve by staying with Seo Ahri." But Min-hae starts getting angry at Seo Ahri there and says, "She is not even on my level." Ju shows her Seo Ahri's Instagram. Look how fast it is growing. Just then, Seo Ari says, I have no interest in being your friend either, but if it benefits both of us, then we should do it, because this is business. Min Hae had thrown a party, and she takes Seo Ari with her. There, everyone very lovingly clicks their photos together, and as soon as the photos are clicked, they make strange faces and separate, meaning their loving relationship was only for show on social media. In reality, they are not such good friends. After the party ends, Min Hae starts showing her true colors. She insults Seo Ari and tells her, go to the parking lot and help me get my things. When Seo Ari goes to the parking lot, she meets another friend of Min Hae there. Seo Ari finds out that Min Hae makes friends with people so that she can get her work done by them. Coming home, Seo Ari checks her Instagram and sees that Min Hae had posted her photo with her and had written in the caption that this is her best friend. She remembers how much Min Hae had insulted her today and before. When she checks her account, her followers had reached 3,000. The next day, Seo Ari was going with her friend to the charity event organized by Si Yeon, taking all her things. As she goes inside, she sees that everyone there had brought branded items. Seeing people's expensive things, she gets scared because she had brought normal things. She thinks, no one will buy my things in front of such branded items. That's why she packs all her things and starts to leave. Just then, Min Hae meets her and says, I called you here to clean up. Did you come here to sell your things? All her friends, seeing Seo Ari's normal things, start making fun of her. Who will buy this poor person's stuff? Si Yeon, supporting Seo Ari, says, it's okay. We can keep any kind of stuff here. But hearing their words, Seo Ari feels very bad and starts to leave with her things. But then by mistake, all her things fall there and everyone starts making fun of her again. Just then, Jun Kyung arrives there and sits next to her and starts talking to her. All the girls are shocked to see Jun Kyung, wondering what such a rich man is doing with Seo Ari. After going outside, Jun Kyung's driver also comes there, who drops Seo Ari home. After coming home, she was thinking about Jun Kyung. At the party, she had asked Jun Kyung, how did you know I was here? Jun Kyung tells, from your Instagram. I created an Instagram account just to follow you. Now Seo Ari checks her Instagram account, and her followers have exceeded 9,000. Then she puts up a post. In that post, she had written, I don't need likes, followers, or any of these things. People give me princess treatment, which I don't want. You give this treatment to those who want it. Seeing this post, other influencers thought that Seo Ari was pointing them out. All those people start blaming Min Hae. You brought Seo Ari into the social media world. As soon as Seo Ari uploads that post, she gets a message from the BB Famous account. From here, the scene shifts to the present, where everyone thought Seo Ari was dead. The police were investigating her. Si Yeon was telling them, everyone was jealous of Seo Ari. No one liked her because she spoke the truth. The scene shifts back to the same place where Seo Ari's mom scolds her a lot. What was the need for you to upload this post? Look how many followers you've lost because of that post. When she looks, her followers had gone from 9,000 to 7,000, and everyone was giving her hate comments. On this side, we see all the influencers. Because of Seo Ari's post, these people were also getting hate comments. Then we see Min Hae, who was shouting at Seo Ari a lot. She says, I suffered a great loss because of you. What was the need for you to upload that post? Seo Ari says, I didn't do all this to harm anyone. I just wrote what I was feeling. CEO Ju also tells her the same thing. Look how your followers are decreasing. You did not do right by uploading that post. He says, I know you didn't say anything wrong in that post, but if you call a servant, they will feel bad. In that post, Seo Ari had written, why do you guys blindly follow influencers? You are not their servants. Why do you give them so much importance? There is no difference between you and them. On the other hand, all the influencers were also going live to improve their image and tell the world that they have nothing to do with Seo Ari, meaning all these people were calling their Insta followers their friends to save their own accounts. Seo Ari sees that a hate account of hers has also been created, where people are bad-mouthing her a lot. Seeing this, she messages the BB Famous account. A reply comes from the other side. On the other hand, Sherry was very happy. She says, I have made hate comments on Seo Ari's post from many fake accounts. Just then, she gets a call from her friend who says, check social media, something opposite is happening there. Min Hae also found out about this. Actually, there are some forums where you can go and support people. And through this forum, many people were supporting Seo Ari. Those people say that whatever Seo Ari said was all true. Most influencers are like this. In this way, many people start coming in support of Seo Ari, and her followers also start increasing again. The idea to gather supporters through the forum was given to Seo Ari by BB Famous. All these people who were supporting Seo Ari, all this was happening because of BB Famous. Seo Ari thanks him for all this and asks, who are you? But no reply comes from the other side. Then we see Sherry, who was very angry to see that Seo Ahri had 50,000 followers and Jun Kyung had also followed her. She says, I asked Jun Kyung to follow me, but he didn't, even on my request. Then we see that Jun Kyung had called Seo Ahri to meet. She says to him, I didn't know you were such a rich man. Otherwise, I would never have messed with you. Saying this, she starts to leave. So Jun Kyung stops her and says, I am very curious about you. I want to know who you are and what you are going to do next. Further, he says, I am very interested in you. That's why I want to date you. From here, the scene shifts to Seo Ahri, where she had become a very famous celebrity and was doing photo shoots for big brands. Rumors had spread throughout society that Seo Ahri and Jun Kyung are dating. Then we see that Jun Kyung had held a very big event for his brand. Outside, we see Min Hee, who was waiting for Seo Ahri. Just then, Seo Ahri arrives there in a very big car. As soon as she sees her, Min Hee starts shouting at her and says, Did Jun Kyung give you this car? And I heard that you are also getting paid for this event. We are not getting paid. Then why are you getting paid? She says, Why are you asking me all this? Go and ask Jun Kyung. Then Min Hee starts asking, Is it true that you are dating Jun Kyung? Seo Ahri says, I don't think it's necessary to tell you this. And anyway, our best friend drama ended a long time ago. Saying this, she leaves. At the party, we see other influencers who were also talking about Jun Kyung dating Seo Ahri. Then we see Jun Kyung and Si Hyun. Si Hyun says to him, Seo Ahri is a good girl. If you are not serious about her, then end your relationship right now because you always end up hurting people. Jun Kyung says, You were my partner too. I didn't hurt you, but I was hurt. When Seo Ahri checks her account, her followers had reached 100,000. Right there, Seo Ahri gets into a fight with Cherry over something. Si Hyun comes there and handles the situation and takes Seo Ahri from there. Then we see Seo Ahri live streaming again. She was telling, Can people understand each other by sharing thoughts and things? She says, People never understand other people, rather they misunderstand them. Here, Sherry is also watching her live stream. She says in anger, Seo Ahri has no right to live because she took the life of a person who did everything for her. Seo Ahri says in her live stream, Yes, it is true that I committed a murder. Then we see that a lot of stuff was coming to Seo Ahri's house because she had started getting brand sponsorships. Seo Ahri leaves her house and reaches Jun Kyung's place. She had also taken her friend with her. Jun Kyung gets angry seeing her friend and says, Didn't I say I only want to have lunch with you? Then he leaves her friend and takes Seo Ahri with him to his house. Seo Ahri sees there that Jun Kyung's maid was walking behind him because she had to take off Jun Kyung's shoes. She sees that the maid takes off his shoes at the exact time. Seeing all this, Seo Ahri was feeling very strange. After having lunch, she asks Jun Kyung, How much practice must your maid have done to do all this? How much time did it take her? Jun Kyung says, You might find all this strange now, but this is the maid's job. Then Seo Ahri says, I have to give my answer now. You proposed to me for a date, but I am rejecting your proposal. Because you are different from me. I don't like your things. I wanted to say no to you from the beginning, and I came to your house because I wanted to see what a rich person's house looks like, and I brought my friend with me because I was not interested in having lunch alone with you. Seo Ahri had learned one thing from BB Famous, that all influencers copied other brands to make their products and sold them with expensive price tags for their profit. Seo Ahri messages the BB Famous account and asks, How do you know all this, and who are you? But there is no reply to her question from the other side. Then she gets a message from Enzela. She says, Sherry wants to meet you. On the other hand, Sherry had reached the club whose manager she had called a little while ago. Many other boys were also called here. When Sherry comes there, she sees that Seo Ahri is also with Enzela. Seeing this, she starts shouting at Enzela in anger, Why did you call her here? Enzela tells her, You should be friends with Seo Ahri. But she says angrily, Why should I be friends with her? Seo Ahri also gets up and starts to leave. So Enzela stops her and says, Sherry's anger will calm down in a little while, and she will come to talk to you herself. On the other side, we see Jun Kyung and Si Hyun. Jun Kyung was telling her, I am very interested in Seo Ahri, but she rejected me. Last time, you also left me without any reason. We are shown a flashback scene which reveals that Jun Kyung and Si Hyun have dated, but Si Hyun had suddenly left him. Jun Kyung also hadn't tried to win her back. Si Hyun tells him, what do you think? I left you for no reason. In fact, you gave me a reason to leave. Their conversation was going on when Si-yeon's husband, Tae-jeon, arrives there. On the other hand, we see Sherry, who was intoxicated with drugs. She used to come here to do drugs. Just then, Enzela brings Seo Ari to her and says, "You were the one who called Seo Ari here to be friends." Sherry was so intoxicated that she couldn't even recognize Seo Ari. That's why she clicks many photos with her and posts them on social media. When Si-yeon sees these photos, she immediately runs to meet Sherry. Because if these photos go viral, everything will be ruined. People will understand who did what. Just then, Seo Ahari sees drugs there and is very shocked. She starts shouting at Enzela, "Why did you bring me to such a place? You people do all this here." To this, Enzela tells her, "We just come here to enjoy a little. These are the hobbies of rich people. You poor people won't understand all this." In the meantime, Si-yeon arrives there and takes Cherry's phone to try to delete those photos. Just then, Jun-kyung also arrives there and scolds Seo Ari. "What was the need for you to come to such a place?" Just then, they hear a man screaming. They go there and see that a man was lying on the ground and everyone was trying to pick him up. Seo Ari was about to call an ambulance when Si-yeon's husband, Tae-jeon, takes her phone and stops her from doing so and says, "Do you want to get all of us in trouble?" He tells them to go out through the back door and says, "I will handle everything here." Seo Ari says, "We should inform the police." So the club manager starts shouting at Seo Ari, "If you inform the police, you will also be trapped in all this, because you are also at this place." Then everyone leaves through the back door. Then we are shown a scene from the present. The police officers were talking among themselves. In her live stream, Seo Ahri has told that a drug case had happened. We should report that case. So the senior police officer says, "Which Seo Ahri? She died 3 months ago, right? Now is her ghost coming and telling all this?" To this, that police officer says, "You don't want to investigate this case because very big people are involved in it. You want to save those people." Then the scene shifts back to that night where Sherry had done drugs and everyone was trying to prove that Sherry's account has been hacked and someone else posted those fake photos. Seo Ari asks Si-yeon, "Does it happen like this here? A person has died, but you people haven't even reported to the police." So Si-yeon assures her that nothing will happen to that person. Just then, an ambulance arrives there. Going home, Si-yeon asks her husband, "Is that man okay?" So Tae-jeon says, "Yes, he is fine. You don't need to worry." When Seo Ari comes home, her friend gives her some good news. All the clothes she had bought from retailers and posted online had started getting big orders. Actually, Seo Ari had started her own business, where she would buy clothes from market retailers and wholesale and sell them in the market after styling them according to her own taste. Si-yeon had called Seo Ari to meet. When she comes there, Si-yeon apologizes to her for last night. Just then, Jun-kyung and Tae-jeon also arrive there. Tae-jeon tells Seo Ari to sign a paper. Seo Ari says, "This is because of last night, right? A non-disclosure form so that I don't tell anyone the truth about last night." Tae-jeon says, "If you sign this, we will give you very good compensation." Seo Ari refuses to sign it and says, "I don't want any compensation because I did nothing wrong, and I didn't know that you people called me here to do all this. I thought you wanted to apologize to me." Tae-jeon says, "I came here to warn you, and don't show me this useless attitude, and don't you know what your level is?" Seo Ari feels very bad hearing all this. Just then, Jun-kyung says to Tae-jeon, "Stop your nonsense. You've already talked a lot of nonsense anyway." After this, he takes Seo Ari and leaves from there. Si-yeon says to her husband, "You called Seo Ari here today to warn her. You have done a very despicable thing today." Coming outside, Jun-kyung says to Seo Ari, "If you keep doing whatever you want every time, you will get into a very big problem one day." Seo Ari says, "I don't care about that. And right now, I want to leave from here because I don't want to see your face." Jun-kyung gets very angry at this. He says, "You can only avoid getting into trouble if you stay with me. So do as I say, because I don't want you to get into any trouble." At night, Jun-kyung comes to meet Tae-jeon and says to him, "The man who passed out at the bar due to drugs, you took him to Dr. Kim, right? So what happened to him? Because I know the matter is very serious, and you are also lying to Si-yeon. And if the matter wasn't serious, you wouldn't have gotten involved in these things yourself. And because of this, you were scared that Seo Ahri might tell someone something. That's why you warned her. But I'm just here to tell you that do whatever you want, but if you try to bring Seo Ari into this, or try to harm her, it won't be good." Then Seo Ari comes to meet CEO Ju. She tells him, "I don't just want to create an account for myself, I want to create my own brand. I will sell the clothes I'm buying wholesale, and along with that, I want to design my own clothes too." Ju tells her to be a little careful and explains, "This world is very bad. Whenever you think of doing something big, some loss occurs. Then we see Sherry, who was getting very angry at Seo Ari because Sherry had commented on her post, but Seo Ari had not replied to her while she was replying to other people. Just then, Min Hai arrives there and says, I know you all are tense because of Seo Ari. You guys don't worry, I have made a plan for her. Here, Seo Ari and her friend had come to this shop to pick up their order, but the owner there tells them, we can't give you any goods, you can come later. So Seo Ari says, no, we need the order right now because we have taken the payment and we have to deliver all the orders now. So a lady there tells that someone else has bought all your orders. She tells that their order was bought by a lady named Yuri. They have a very big brand, so these people can't refuse them. Otherwise, our shop will be closed. Now Seo Ari gets very tense because she had taken advance payment and now she had to deliver the orders. Just then, she checks that lady's account. All the orders that Seo Ari had to buy, they had taken them all. When she comes home, she finds out that all the customers were calling and asking for their refund. Seo Ari didn't even have the money. Mom tells that people are not trusting us anymore and are also canceling the remaining orders. Then Seo Ari goes to meet that lady, Yuri. Actually, Yuri had done all this at Min Hai's behest. In the meantime, Seo Ari comes there and says angrily to Yuri, I know you tried to steal all my dresses because I had selected all of them first. And no matter how powerful you are, if you cross my path next time, it won't be good. Yuri says, Min Hai told me to do all this so that I could show you your place. Then Seo Ari leaves from there and messages BB Famous and tells, I need all the information about Yuri's brand. Seo Ari doesn't know what information she gets from there. She comes back to Yuri and sits with them and says, I will also play a game with you guys. They say, or it costs money to play this game. Do you even have money? Seo Ari takes out her money and places it. In the game, everyone was betting thousands, but Seo Ari was betting lakhs. Seeing this, Yuri starts shouting at her and says, this is just a game. Seo Ari says, I am betting the same amount that you used to bet for your body. I know what kind of work you used to do before coming here. You were a VIP escort and did dirty work for money. First, you sold yourself, now you sell your clothes. And I am betting just as much money here as you used to for your body. Now, no matter how hard you try, you can't beat me. Hearing all this, Yuri starts shouting at her and says, I never did such work, and asks her to show her card. When she sees the card, Seo Ari had won the game. Seo Ari says, I had normal cards, but you had premium cards. Still, you lost. You thought you were a very premium person, but even a normal person like me can defeat you. And as soon as Seo Ari leaves from there, a car comes and stops in front of her. A person gets out of it, who was her uncle. He used to work for Seo Ari's dad. Today, he met her after 10 years. In a little while, Seo Ari's mom and her brother also come there. Uncle says to their mom, my business is doing very well today because of your husband. He helped me a lot. If he were not there, I would never have reached here today. Seo Ari's uncle had a factory. Clothes were manufactured in his factory. These were the same clothes that Seo Ari was buying from the shop. The clothes from their factory were transported throughout the market, meaning now Seo Ari doesn't need to go to the market to buy clothes. Mom tells Uncle, when her husband passed away, all the responsibility fell on Seo Ari. She has struggled a lot to complete her brother's studies. She has worked in many places. In the next scene, Seo Ari comes to her boss for whom she used to sell makeup. Their boss's company had shut down overnight because someone had filed a complaint against their company, and because of this, all their stuff was still lying at home. Seo Ari says to them, I know your cosmetics are very good because I have used them myself, and if you want, I can help you sell your cosmetics. She says, you are in trouble yourself, then how will you help me? Seo Ari says, I know I am in a big problem, but I can't stop here. Then she uploads a post in which she writes, we will come back and reorganize everything. Here, too, people were giving her hate comments that now nothing can happen to you. Overnight, a poster went viral on social media that Seo Ari has disappeared. No one knew where she was at this time. Her social media had also been shut down. BB Famous had also messaged Seo Ari, where did you suddenly disappear? You didn't even tell me. Then we see Min Hai and Enzela, who were very happy about Seo Ari's ruin. Just then, Si Yeon calls her and asks, do you know where Seo Ari is? Min Hai says, I myself don't know where she has disappeared. Min Hai gets very angry, seeing that Si Yeon is still worried about Seo Ari. Yu-ran tells Min Hai that she is suspicious of her husband because he stays in the hospital all the time, and he doesn't come home either. She felt that her husband was having an affair. She tells her husband got a call one night, and that call was from Si Yeon's husband, Tai Jeon, and since then, he has been behaving strangely. Then we see Enzela, who had come to a very big hotel to meet someone. When Yu-ran's husband comes home, She checks his bag, in which she finds a non-disclosure form with Taejeon's signature on it. A very big fashion show was happening in the city where all the influencers had come, but Enzela had not come there. Sherry and everyone else were very surprised at how Enzela missed this show. Everyone sits in their place. Minhai says, "This VIP seat has been empty for a long time. Who is going to sit here?" Just then, Seo Ari makes an entry. Seeing her, all the people were in shock. Angrily, Sherry asks her, "What are you doing here?" Seo Ari tells her, "This VIP seat that is empty, it's mine." Then we are shown a scene from the past. When Enzela had come to the hotel to meet someone, she meets Seo Ari there. Seo Ari says to her, "I found out you earn money by selling your body. I didn't even know that you take 20 million for one night. That's why I thought of luring you here with money." Enzela falls at her feet and says, "Don't tell this to anyone. If anyone finds out about this, my whole career will be over. Anyway, my husband doesn't spend a single rupee on me. He says that after he dies, everything will be mine anyway. But I can't wait for him to die. I have to earn money somehow until then." Seo Ari says to her, "I don't want to cause you any harm. I just need a favor from you." The present scene is shown. The seat on which Seo Ari was sitting today was actually Enzela's. In a little while, Jun Kyung also reaches there. When he sees Seo Ari there, he is a little shocked. The fashion show starts, and during the entire fashion show, Jun Kyung was only looking at Seo Ari. When Min Hye reaches her home, she takes off her clothes and throws them away. Because Seo Ari had worn even more expensive clothes than her, actually, those clothes were given to Seo Ari by CEO Ju. CEO Ju tells her, "I had to order this dress from Japan because it was not available in Korea." Then Ju asks her, "What do you want to do next? Why did you ask me for such expensive clothes?" Seo Ari says, "You helped me because you knew that I have planned something big." From here, the scene shifts back to the fashion show. Seo Ari had come there to meet a model, who was the top model of this country, and the clothes Seo Ari was wearing were from this model's brand. As soon as the model sees her dress, she recognizes it and says to Seo Ari, "This dress is from my brand. You have styled it very well. Your fashion sense is amazing. I will also try to wear this dress styled like this." They had become quite good friends. After this, that model clicks a photo with Seo Ari and uploads it. She tells that Seo Ari wore the best clothes at today's fashion show. Her fashion sense is quite amazing. She was a very big model, and she had posted a photo with Seo Ari, which was a very big deal. All the people were jealous seeing Seo Ari's photo with that model, wondering why that model posted a photo with Seo Ari. Going home, when Seo Ari sees that post, she becomes very happy. Very good comments had come on that post. From here, the scene shifts to the present where Seo Ari was live streaming. She tells, "I wanted a very big celebrity to upload my photo on her account, and that's what happened." The model who uploaded Seo Ari's photo has 5 million followers, and she uploaded her photo with Seo Ari. By doing so, all her followers are recognizing Seo Ari. Then we see Seo Ari's uncle's factory. Now, whatever clothes were being made there were all being made in Seo Ari's name. Seo Ari has created her own very big brand. Here she tells, "I told you, the cheat code to become famous is to become a parasite." That top model had again promoted Seo Ari's clothes, due to which Seo Ari started getting a lot of orders. A line of trucks had formed to deliver her clothes. Seo Ari says, "Whatever cheat codes there are to become famous, I have used all of them." Here we find out that Seo Ari had sent a contract to Jun Kyung, which was a collaboration proposal, meaning she wanted to collaborate with Jun Kyung's company. Here, Si Yeon was repeatedly remembering how Jun Kyung was looking at Seo Ari the whole time at the fashion show. Just then, Sherry comes there and says to her, "Did you see how famous Seo Ari has become?" Si Yeon shouts at her and says, "Stop mentioning Seo Ari's name in front of me." Taejeon was also listening to their conversation. The next day, Seo Ari meets Jun Kyung and says to him, "Our company has designed a cosmetic, and we want you to collaborate with our company." This was the same cosmetic that Seo Ari used to sell door-to-door before. In the next scene, we see Dr. Kim trying to wake up a boy with an electric shock. This boy was the same one who had fallen on the ground in the club that day due to a drug overdose. Dr. Kim tries hard to save him, but he died. In the meantime, Taejeon reaches there and says, angrily to Dr. Kim, "I told you just one thing, that you have to keep this boy alive, but you couldn't even do that." On the other hand, Jun Kyung says to Seo Ari, "I am ready to accept your proposal, but will you accept my proposal? The one I made to you many days ago." Then he says, "I apologize to you in advance." Saying this, he kisses her. From here, the scene shifts to Seo Ari, who is promoting her cosmetic product for which she had also collaborated with Jun Kyung's company. She had become very rich now. She had also bought a very big bungalow for herself. Along with this, she had also taken a showroom, which was very big. Seo Ari now had 1.3 million followers. The other influencers were not getting the dresses they wanted because all the dresses were being sponsored to Seo Ari. Sherry starts shouting angrily, "All the clothes are going to that Seo Ari, so are we going to wear these leftover clothes?" Then Seo Ari meets CEO Ju. Ju says to her, "You need to change the way you manage your account. You have to take on other sponsorships along with your brand. You shouldn't reject such good offers. You can earn good money from these sponsorships." She says, "I have no greed for money, so now I will not promote other brands besides my own." When she comes out from there, her friend also tells her the same thing. You should take the sponsorship, but Seo Ari refuses her too, saying, "We should focus on our brand." On the other hand, Si Yeon had held a cancer awareness event, and this event was in the same club where the drug party had happened that day. Big celebrities were invited there. Seo Ahri also comes there. As soon as she arrives in her car, a girl comes in front of her car. Looking at the girl's condition, it seemed that she was not well at all. Seo Ari also asks her, "What happened to you?" But she doesn't say anything and silently leaves from there. At the party, when all the celebrities were making their entry, a reporter starts interviewing Min Hae. Just then, Seo Ari makes her entry, and the reporters run towards her. Min Hae was very angry about this because everyone had ignored her for Seo Ari. Then we see the same girl who had come in front of Seo Ari's car a short time ago. That girl asks the club manager about her brother. She says, "My brother works in this club, but he hasn't come home for many days." Here, seeing Seo Ari, all the other influencers were getting very jealous. Sherry comes to say something to her, but then her foot gets stuck in the table and she falls. Seo Ari was leaving from there when she sees Taejon. There, some people were taking the same girl outside and she was crying and telling them, "No, my brother cannot commit suicide. He cannot leave me and my mom." In the meantime, Si Yeon comes and asks her, "Who is your brother? What is his name?" Just then, Taejon comes and says to the club manager, "Can't you handle even one girl?" In the meantime, all the guards go and grab the girl and take her outside. This girl was the sister of the boy who was lying here that day due to a drug overdose. He had died, but everyone was told that he had committed suicide. Si-hyun also asks her husband, what had happened to that boy? Is he okay or not? But Taejon doesn't tell her anything. Standing some distance away, Seo Ari was listening to all this. On the way, Jun Kyung says to Seo Ari, "I like you very much. I want you to like me too." The next day, Seo Ari gets a message from BB Famous. She says, "I thought you had forgotten me. You never even messaged me. You've become famous, right? That's why you forgot me." Seo Ahri says, "I did message you. You must not have seen it." To this, BB Famous says, "You didn't send me any message. You're lying." Seo Ari tells her, "I had turned off my social media for some time. That's why I couldn't message you." To this, BB Famous says, "This is your last mistake, which I am forgiving. Never ignore me next time." After this, she says to Seo Ari, "Create another account for yourself on which you will only message me. And if you ignore my messages, it won't be good." Seo Ari says, "I will not accept your useless demands." "And who are you? You haven't even told me your name yet, and why are you doing all this with me?" Seeing her message, BB Famous immediately goes offline. Si-yeon had found out that the boy had died due to a drug overdose, and to hide this, it was shown as if it were a suicide. Then we are shown a scene from the past where Si-yeon's dad had forced Si-yeon to marry Taejon because her dad wanted to become the prime minister and Taejon could help him in this. That's why he forcibly married Si-yeon to Taejon. Si-yeon tells all this to Jun Kyung, and Jun Kyung also agrees to her marriage. Si-yeon was upset about this. She says, "You gave up on me so easily." So Jun Kyung says, "It's your decision." The next day, Seo Ari's uncle tells her, "You have received a collaboration offer from China. This offer has come from a model named Zheng, who is very famous in the Chinese market. She has 38 million followers." Hearing this, Seo Ahri says, "We should be a little careful." So uncle says, "We don't get opportunities like this again and again. We should take this offer." Then we see Sherry, who was very jealous of Seo Ari's success. In the meantime, she gets a message from BB Famous. He asked, "Do you want to know how Seo Ari got so much fame? How did she reach this level? And what did she do to become famous on social media? I can tell you everything. And if you expose all this, she will be ruined overnight." On the other hand, we see Yu Ran. She comes to know some news on social media, on which her husband's clinic's name was mentioned. She asks her husband, "Did someone die in your clinic?" Here we find out that someone had posted those pictures online, in which Sherry and Seo Ari's photos were clearly visible. The post said, "A boy died in this club due to drugs. And to hide all this, he was brought to Dr. Kim's clinic." When Taejon finds out about this news, he gets this news deleted from many websites and tells his manager that photo should be deleted from everywhere. When Seo Ahri was in her showroom, a lady comes there. On the other side, Jung Kyung was also calling Seo Ahri. That lady says to Seo Ahri, "It was very nice to meet you." Seo Ahri asks her, "Who are you?" She says, "You don't know me. Everyone knows me." Then she tells that her name is Wang Rolea. This is the same lady who was fighting with Minnie Wong. Then we see Minnie Wong, who was sitting scared in her house because Seo Ahri was telling everything on the live stream. She was scared that if her truth came out, everything would be over. On the other side, we see Taejon. He was also quite scared because his drug case had also come out in front of everyone. That night at the party, Sherry had done drugs. This fact had also come out. Sherry was Taejon's sister. So if Sherry's name was tarnished, it would indirectly affect Taejon as well. Many people try to find Seo Ahri's location, but no one was finding her location. From here, the scene shifts to where Wang Rolea had come to Seo Ahri's showroom to meet her. Seo Ahri asks her, "You are the one who exposed Minnie Wong, right?" Wang Rolea tells, "Since that day, Minnie Wong has disappeared somewhere. Even her husband divorced her. No one knows where she is." Seo Ahri asks her, "Oh, why have you come here?" So Wang Rolea tells, "I want to help you. I want the best for you because I am a very big fan of yours." Hearing all this, Seo Ahri remembers that BB Famous had also said the same thing to her. That's why she asks her, "Do you run the BB Famous account?" Hearing this name, Wang Rolea says, "BB Famous, who is that?" On the other side, Jun Kyung reaches Taejon's office and showing Seo Ahri's photos, he says, "How did all this get out? You said you would handle everything. The boy who was taken to the hospital, you guys didn't treat him properly, which is why he died." So Taejon asks, "Did I kill him?" Jun Kyung says, "He died because of your carelessness." Then he says, "You tell everyone the whole truth." Taejon asks, "You are doing all this for Seo Ahri. If I want, I can shut down your company overnight." To this, Jun Kyung says, "Do whatever you want." On the other side, Seo Ahri asks her friend, "What kind of lady is Wang Rolea?" From here, we are shown a scene from the past. Wang Rolea used to be a customer of Minnie Wong. She would buy her things from Minnie Wong so that she could get close to her. Minnie Wong had introduced her to everyone in the Gabon society. It seemed that Wang Rolea was very rich, but she was just pretending to be rich. All the luxury items she had were all rented. She had not bought anything. One day, suddenly, Minnie Wong reaches her house and sees that Wang Rolea's house is completely empty. To this, Wang Rolea tells, "I don't keep my things here." Minnie Wong was doubting her words, so she starts looking at her whole house. When she goes to her bedroom, she finds out that she is living like a poor person. She makes a video of her entire house and posts it online. And because of this, Wang Rolea is greatly defamed. And this was the reason why Wang Rolea had exposed Minnie Wong in front of the whole world. Seo Ahri's friend starts saying, "All celebrities are like this. They use others for their own benefit." Hearing this, Seo Ahri thinks to herself, "Somewhere I am also like that, because I have also used others." Min Hye goes to Yuran and says, "Someone has died in your husband's clinic." To this, Yuran says, "This is not true. These are just rumors, and whoever has done all this will be caught soon." But actually, this was Min Hye's doing. She had made those photos viral on social media so that she could teach Sherry and Seo Ahri a lesson. In the next scene, we see Seo Ahri, who had come to welcome the model from China, Zheng. She was going to collaborate with her. From there, she brings her to her factory. Seo Ahri's mom finds out that in the collaboration Seo Ahri is going to do with Jung, they are going to have a total of 1 million in sales. Hearing this, Seo Ahri's friend says, "If we produce 1 million clothes and then the clothes don't sell, what will happen?" That's why we should be careful, because nowadays, a lot of rumors are spreading about Seo Ahri on the internet, that she was at a drug party and someone died there too. Hearing this, Seo Ahri's mom starts shouting at her. She says, "Everyone knows Seo Ahri can't do such a thing, but you are the only one who doesn't believe her. You are jealous of her. What do you think? I don't know what you are doing behind her back using her name? We give you a payment every month, and besides that payment, a lot more money is coming into your account. Seo Ahri doesn't check your account, but I check your account every day. Just because you live with Seo Ahri doesn't mean you can become like her, so don't forget your place." Seo Ahri's friend says, "What did I even say? I have also worked very hard for Seo Ahri." On the other side, Si-yeon was leaving her house. Tae-jeon asks her, "Why are you doing all this?" So Si-yeon says, "I don't even feel like seeing your face anymore. Someone's life was lost because of you." To this, Tae-jeon starts shouting and says, "Then what else could I do? Take him to the hospital? Doing so would have gotten my sister trapped. She could have gone to jail." Si-yeon says, "Don't bring Sherry into this. You didn't do all this for her, but to save your own reputation." To this, Taejeon gets even more angry and says, "You are talking exactly like Jun Kyung. Are you coming from meeting him? And what do you think? I don't know your truth that you were Jun Kyung's girlfriend before marrying me." The next day, Seo Ari comes to meet Sia Yeon. Seo Ari had also found out that the man had died. She says, "We should inform the police." So Sia Yeon says, "Don't get involved with the police. By doing so, everything you have earned till today will be gone." After leaving from there, she comes to her showroom. Some noise was coming from upstairs, so she goes up to check. There, Seo Ari sees that her friend was taking the same sponsorship from CEO Ju using her name, for which Seo Ari had refused. She was indirectly earning extra money using Seo Ari's name. Seo Ari says to her, "What is the difference between you and other people? You are also becoming like them." To this, her friend says, "You want no one to know me, right? No one knew me before and no one knows me now. Everyone just talks about you. A few days ago, your mom also told me that I can't become like you. You are my friend. What would happen if I used your name?" The next day, when Seo Ahri was in her showroom, a policeman arrives there. He says, "We have received news of a death, and this case is related to drugs. A few days ago, all this news was going viral on the internet. So I want to know, did you ever go to that club?" To this, Seo Ahri flatly denies it. Then the day of the event comes when she was going to collaborate with Jeng. For the event, Seo Ahri's company had produced goods worth 1 million. As soon as the live sales start, the viewers suddenly start increasing, and the sales instantly reach 50,000. But after some time, the sales stopped there and were not going above 50,000, whereas they had produced 1 million worth. On the other side, we see Min Hae, who was watching the same live show. She says, "Fly as high as you want. I will be the one to bring you down to the ground." The sales had stopped at 50,000, so everyone gets tense. Seo Ari was also very scared. Just then, Jung gets a call from someone. She says, "We have to stop this live show right here." Just then, suddenly all the people shout in shock and say, "All our goods have been sold out." Jung says, "All our goods have been sold in 5 minutes, so we should stop the show." Our website had crashed for some time, that's why the sales had stopped there. Seeing this, everyone becomes very happy. The next day, Seo Ari goes to the police station and gives her confession there. She tells, "That day, I went to the club where a drug party was going on, and there was also an accident there that day. A boy had fallen on the ground due to a drug overdose, and he couldn't even breathe." Just then, we see that when Seo Ari's statement was being recorded, a police officer was listening to all her words and was telling all this to Taejeon on a call. Meaning, Taejeon had found out that Seo Ahri had gone against him and filed a complaint. Then we see Si-hyun. She scolds Seo Ari a lot. "What was the need for you to go to the police station? By doing all this, you have put yourself in trouble." She says, "Somewhere, I am also responsible for all these things. Because if we had done something that day, maybe that boy's life would have been saved." On the other side, the senior police officer removes this officer from the case. That officer says to them, "You are doing all this to save Taejeon because he has given you money." Taejeon had also found out who leaked all these photos, and it was Min Hae. On the other side, we see Min Hae, who was messaging BB Famous, "I know you helped Seo Ahri, and now she is not giving you importance. Seo Ari is like that, but if you want, we both can ruin her together." In next scene, we see Seo Ahri's mom and her friend. They find out that a new hate account of Seo Ahri has been created, on which account very bad things are being written about Seo Ari. Actually, all this was done by BB Famous, together with Min Hae. What BB Famous had done was that he had edited all of Seo Ari's chats. He had shown it as if Seo Ari was speaking bad things about other influencers and putting them down. Seo Ari had not said such things, but the public thought she was a very despicable girl, that she gossips about people for her own benefit. All those messages were edited so well that anyone seeing them would say that Seo Ari herself said all this. When Seo Ari sees all this, she tells Jun Kyung about it. "I did not send such messages. It is clearly all fabricated." But the whole world thought she was a liar, that she uses others by bad-mouthing them so that she can become famous herself. Angrily, Seo Ahri goes straight to Wang Relea and says to her, "You did all this, right? You are the one who uses the BB Famous account, right?" Wang Relea says, "You think it's me, but this is not my account. I don't use it. You came to me because you thought I was BB Famous. This is an account of one of your haters. And this is social media, and here you won't even know who does what." Jun Kyung reassures Seo Ari, "Don't worry, nothing happened. I will handle everything. I was going to collaborate with your brand, and this process will continue as it is. We will not stop it in between." So Seo Ari refuses him and says, "I don't want your name to be tarnished because of me." Jun Kyung says, "This is nothing. Many more things will happen going forward, so please let me help you." The public was very angry seeing Seo Ari's chat, but no one knew that all these chats were fake. Just then, Seo Ari makes a post in which she writes, "At 9 p.m. tonight, I will come live, where I will tell you what really happened." happened. On other side, we see Taejon. He reaches Min-hai's place and says to her, I know it was you who made the photos from the bar viral. Min-hai starts saying, I did this to take revenge on Seo Ahri. She falls at Taejon's feet and starts apologizing to him. This is my last mistake. I will not do anything like this from now on. To this, Taejon says, apologizing like this won't change anything. You will have to do something for me. On the other side, at 9 p.m., Seo Ahri had started her live stream. She tells everyone, I did not send all those messages. Someone deliberately edited my messages. It is true that I used to talk to BB Famous. He also gave me different information about many celebrities, and I have used that information. But all the messages that are going viral on the internet, I never sent those messages because I never said those things. If you people want, I am ready to show you my original chat. And if anyone was hurt because of me, I will also take responsibility for it. But I will not take responsibility for something I never said. And then she starts telling, I went to that club where a drug party was going on. On the other side, Min-hai had also started a live stream. Here, she was telling with false tears. The drug party photos that went viral from the club, I was the one who did it, and I made up that whole false story. Whereas there was no drug party there, and I made those photos viral because Seo Ahri forced me to do all this. She was blackmailing me, saying that she would tell people all my truth, that I used to be very poor before, and under this pressure, I uploaded the photos. Actually, Taejon had told Min-hai to do all this so that he could save his own name. Min-hai also starts saying here, all the messages of Seo Ahri that are going viral are not edited or fake. Rather, BB Famous has revealed her truth. Seo Ahri has really spread these dirty rumors about all the celebrities. Seeing this, Seo Ahri gets very worried, and her mom also starts shouting in anger. Seeing Min-hai's live stream, everyone starts speaking ill of Seo Ahri and saying that Seo Ahri is really a very bad girl. Angrily, Sehlan comes to Taejon and says, you were the one who told Min-hai to say all that, right? So that you could save yourself. You put all the blame on Seo Ahri to save your reputation. Taejon starts saying, why are you so worried about that poor girl? Don't you care about me? Si-yeon says, you did all this to save your public image. I have always supported you, but now I will not support you. In the meantime, Jun Kyung arrives there and places a file in front of Taejon and says, I am filing a complaint against you on behalf of Seo Ahri, in which there are charges of Drug Act violation, attempted murder, and many other charges. Taejon says, why are you doing so much for Seo Ahri? What proof do you have that I did all this? Jun Kyung says, I am the proof myself, because I was also present at that drug party, and I will file a complaint against you. You suppress Seo Ahri's voice very easily, but you can't do anything like that with me, because I have as much power as you have, and I had warned you before to keep Seo Ahri away from all these things. But you didn't understand. On the other side, we see Seo Ahri in the factory. Angrily, all the customers were returning their goods, because Seo Ahri's reputation had become very bad now. Just then, her brother comes there and tells her, the police have caught the person who created your hate account. On the other side, Jun Kyung was going to the police station to file a complaint against Taejon. Just then, Taejon calls the manager of that club and says, finish Jun Kyung, because now he is coming in my way. The cyber unit had caught the person who had created a hate account against Seo Ahri. To see him, Seo Ahri reaches the police station, but then she sees that her friend is sitting there. She is shocked to see her because her friend was the person who had created her hate account on social media. In panic, Seo Ahri's phone falls, and then we see that Seo Ahri had also put her friend's photo as her wallpaper. Here, we see Jun Kyung, who is coming towards the police station when he has a very dangerous accident with a truck. After seeing her friend there, Seo Ahri gets very upset because the person she trusted the most had betrayed her. Seo Ahri's brother also shouts a lot at her friend and says, you were her friend, right? Then why did you do this to her? Crying, Seo Ahri starts to leave, so her friend goes and apologizes to her and says, I really want to apologize to you. Seo Ahri says, you have no idea how much I had to suffer because of you. I couldn't sleep at night. Those hate comments hurt me. Those comments had a great effect on my life. I thought all that hate was coming from a stranger, but all these hate comments were being made by my best friend. So her friend says, I did all this to relieve stress. In the beginning, her friend used to be very happy with her success. But gradually, I started getting jealous of you. The girl who used to sell cosmetics with me from door to door suddenly became such a big celebrity, and I remained an ordinary girl. Being with you started making me feel small. Whenever I felt stressed, I would go to your hate account. On the other side, we see Jun Kyung in the hospital, who was in a very bad condition. Seeing him like this, Si-hyun gets very upset. When Seo Ahri finds out about this, she goes into shock. Then we see in a scene that Seo Ahri is sitting in a car and drives that car straight into the water. Then we see that this news had gone viral on the internet that Seo Ahri's friend had betrayed her. And because of this, Jun Kyung also had an accident. The entire social media wanted to know what the truth was in the end, because since Jun Kyung's accident, Seo Ahri had disappeared, and everyone thought she was dead. Over there, a police officer takes Seo Ahri's case to his senior and says, "We should issue a warrant in this case." So his senior says, "How can we trust a dead girl?" He says, "She is not dead. I just saw her live streaming." To this, the senior says, "This means she is not dead. She was just pretending to be dead. And if she is alive, why didn't she come to the police station and file a complaint?" That policeman tells, Seo Ahri had filed a complaint here 3 months ago, but Tae-jon used his power to close this case. On the other side, we see Tae-jon, who was quite worried. Just then, his assistant comes and tells him that a search warrant has been issued against him. From here, the scene shifts straight to the place where Jun Kyung had his accident. When Seo Ahri finds out about this, she gets very upset. Si Yeon consoles her. On the other side, we see Seo Ahri's uncle, who managed the entire factory, but he had also committed suicide. He had also written a sorry note for Seo Ahri. In it was written, "Forgive me. You even told me that we should be careful, but I didn't listen to you. I didn't know that my greed would cause us so much loss." When Seo Ahri comes home, she sees that on her account, people were saying that Seo Ahri is a murderer, Jun Kyung's accident happened because of her, and her uncle's life was also lost because of her. It would have been better if Seo Ahri herself had died in his place. The same thing was going through Seo Ahri's mind, that if her uncle were not with her today, maybe his life would not have been lost either. Thinking all this, the thought of committing suicide was coming to her mind. On the other side, we see Min Hai, who was talking to BB Famous. BB Famous says, "We ruined Seo Ahri together." Just then, Min Hae's friends arrive there, and she stops talking to BB Famous, which makes him angry. On the other side, Si Yeon had divorced her husband. She says, "We should solve this matter peacefully. Jun Kyung has not regained consciousness yet." To this, Tae-jon starts saying, "All this is happening because of Seo Ahri. Jun Kyung's accident happened because of her." Si Yeon says, "You think this is happening because of Seo Ahri? If Jun Kyung were conscious now, he would feel guilty that he couldn't help Seo Ahri. And I think all this is happening because of you. Jun Kyung couldn't help Seo Ahri, but now I will go to the police station and file a case against you." Tae-jon says, "If you do something like that, your dad will be in jail very soon. Because I have covered up all the corruption he has done till today. And if I go to jail, your dad won't be spared either." Si Yeon says, "Do whatever you want, but now I will do what is right." Seo Ahri had come to the hospital to see Jun Kyung, and she was remembering all the moments spent with Jun Kyung. Seo Ahri says, "I never answered your question, but the truth is that I have always liked you." When Si Yeon comes there, she sees Seo Ahri on the terrace. She was about to jump from there, but stops on seeing Si Yeon. Seo Ahri says, "I can't bear it anymore because others have also faced a lot of problems because of me." Si Yeon says, "What is happening with you is not because of you, but what is happening with us is because of our decisions. Don't take all the blame on yourself. It's not your fault." On the other side, Tae-jon was surrounded by all the reporters because a warrant had been issued against him. On the other side, Dr. Kim was also planning to leave the country. He was about to leave the house when the police arrived there before him, and he is arrested. No one knew where Seo Ahri was. But after 3 months, the police find her location. Tae-jeon had also found out her location. He sends his goons to kill her, but by then, Jun Kyung had also regained consciousness, and he was the first to find out Seo Ahri's location. As soon as he reaches Seo Ahri, the police and Tae-jon's goons also arrive there. But when Jun Kyung reaches that place, he sees that the girl sitting in front was not Seo Ahri, but her friend. But Seo Ahri was visible on the live stream. Then we see a girl who had come to a restaurant to meet her friend. She says to her friend, "I don't even use social media. I don't like this thing. I just like a private life." Leaving from there, that girl is going to her home. When she tells the taxi driver her address, the driver says, "I have heard that very rich people live in that area. The flats there are very expensive." The girl also looked like she was very rich, but when she reaches her home, the scene there was completely different. The whole house was filled with garbage, and insects and cockroaches were roaming everywhere. As soon as that girl logs into her Instagram, we find out that she is BB Famous, meaning the same girl who was sending messages to Seo Ahri and all other influencers. We find out that this girl works in a massage parlor. And while giving massages, she secretly records the information and conversations of all influencers on her phone, and that's why she knew the secrets of all the people. Here, in place of Seo Ari, her friend was live streaming. When the police investigate this, they find out that they have used deepfake technology to do all this. This is an AI technology that can change anyone's face into someone else's. And all this was done by Seo Ari's friend and her brother together. Seo Ari's brother says, "I wanted to take revenge for what people did to my sister, and we don't know where she is. Just before leaving, she told us to do this." The police had found Seo Ari's car in the water, but her body was not found, so they had declared her dead. On the other side, Min Hai's husband was also leaving the country. Sherry had reached a mental hospital where she was behaving completely like a mad person, and Nzela's husband had also left her. The police had also arrested Dr. Kim. On the other side, the owner of that club is called to the police station. He says, "I have nothing to do with drugs." So the police officer says, "I have not called you here because of drugs. I have called you here for the attempted murder case of Jun Kyung. I know you were the one who tried to kill Jun Kyung." Then we see Taejon, who was in a public toilet. Just then, he sees Jun Kyung there and is very shocked. Jun Kyung says to him, "What did you think? I am still in the hospital." On the other side, we see Taejon's lawyer, who comes to the police station and confirms that this man had caused Jun Kyung's accident. Jun Kyung himself had told that lawyer to go and tell the police the whole truth that Taejon had my accident caused through the owner of that club. In the massage parlor, the owner of BB Famous tells her, "Si Yeon is coming here especially to get a massage from you." When she comes here, BB Famous asks her several questions, but Si Yeon does not reply to any of them, which makes her very angry. And she says, "If you don't want to answer any of my questions, then why did you come here to get a massage from me?" So Si Yeon says, "I wanted to know what kind of person you are." Just then, we see that she is not Si Yeon, but Seo Ahri. BB Famous is very surprised to see her and says, "How are you alive? You were dead." Seo Ahri says, "How can I be dead? I had to find you." Seo Ahri says, "I want to know why you did this to me. What do you get by spreading hate about people?" BB was not understanding anything. She breaks the window and stands there and says, "What did I do so wrong? Who are you to lecture me? You and all these influencers are always showing how rich they are and how poor we are. What I can earn in a month, they spend on one lunch. No matter how much I try, I will never be able to earn as much money as them. You people buy expensive things and post them on social media to put us down. Is it so difficult to live a private life?" Saying all this, she jumps down. Seo Ahri says, "I didn't want to do all this." Si Yeon tells her, she has fallen, but her injuries are not so serious. She will be fine, and the police will handle her from now on. In the meantime, Jun Kyung arrives there. Si Yeon says to Seo Ahri, "No one can wait for you as much as Jun Kyung did." Saying this, she leaves from there, and Jun Kyung hugs Seo Ahri and says, "Don't leave me and go anywhere now." The next day, Si Yeon and Seo Ahri come to BB Famous's room and are shocked to see so much garbage. There, Si Yeon shows Seo Ahri's account, which had 3.9 million followers, and they were all Seo Ahri's supporters. When Seo Ahri comes out from there, she says, "At first, I was happy to see so many followers, but these people are supporting me now. But after some time, it could also happen that the people who are supporting me now start abusing me. Because this world is like this, these things keep happening here." In the last scene, we see that some people have come to clean BB Famous's room. Right there, a person comes and opens Seo Ari's account, and with this, the drama has a happy ending.